Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? This is Kurt and I'm back for another video. The topic of my video today is a very important video. Grab your pen, grab your paper, and please take notes. The video is called The Secret of the Rainbow Body, because we always hear about the rainbow body. I'm going to give you the truth about the rainbow body. The secret of the rainbow body, Osiris, Baron Samedi, and the sacred school of Isis, Sophia or Aida Wedo. I'm going to explain today what is the secret of crystals, what is the secret of the crystal body, what is the secret of sexual alchemy, what is the secret, or rather the hidden doctrine behind Sufism. So, before I start, I want to acclimate you with the saying that is at the basis of every single Sufi endeavor. It's called a hadith. A hadith is a saying that was attributed to the Prophet Muhammad. So, the most famous Sufi hadith or Islamic hadith is a hadith or a saying about God. It's called a hadith Qudsi. A hadith Qudsi means that it is a saying that God revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. But we're going to see who God really is in this instance. So the hadith says, I was a hidden treasure. I wanted to be known, recognized, so I created an essence. Now, when you go into the normal Muslim Islamic sector, they will say, well, yeah, God created the creation, the angels, the jinns, and mankind to worship him. But to the Sufis, who understand the essence of divinity is the feminine energy, God is nothing but the divine Sophia, the divine Aida Wedo, the divine Isis. So, the one who is a hidden treasure and wants to be recognized is not Allah, it is Isis or Sophia or Aida Wedo. So, she was a hidden treasure. She wanted to be recognized, so she created the essence of Muhammad. Muhammad is what we call Nur. In the normal Islam, they say that Allah created the Nur of Muhammad. But really, it was the divine feminine who wanted to look at itself, who wanted to see itself, recognize, that released an essence from itself to be able to be seen and appreciated by this essence. So we understand that the essence of all mysticism is beauty, love, and freedom. Before I start on the rainbow body, let me show you the veve that is actually my YouTube caption. This, I'll be honest with you, if you can decode this veve, which is the veve of Dambala Wedo and Aida Wedo, you have decoded all of the secrets of at least the first to the 8th dimension. Minimum. Everything is in this veve. But now, think about the hadith that I read, but look at it. Aida Wedo, which is the rainbow serpent, I was a hidden treasure, so I wanted to be known, so I created an essence. So for her to know herself and for her beauty to be known, she creates Muhammad, or in this case, we have Dambala Wedo. Okay, so that's the first aspect of it. But now we're going to get into the science of crystals, because you see, we have crystals and we don't understand the science of crystals. We think, oh, the crystals are nice, blah blah blah, they have a very positive energy, I want to attract this. how the fuck the crystals work. You see me, I don't have time for belief. I don't have time for I want to believe. I need the science behind anything. I need the basic, simple science behind anything so I can reproduce it and I could teach it to somebody else. This crystal, my friend, is a spaceship. This crystal allows you to capture a certain frequency. But what do I mean by a certain frequency? I'm going to be very, very specific. You see, this is fire, right? This is fire. This crystal is able to withstand the fire. Now let me go to another science, the science of sun gazing. We sun gaze, or the practice of sun gazing is there because you want to absorb the rays of the sun, but you have to sun gaze at specific times of the day. Whereas, wait a second, this obsidian crystal has a melting temperature of 1,000 some degrees. What does that mean? It means that if the rays of the sun come all the way here, they are way too hot for your consciousness to be able to handle them and to look at the sun directly. But if you have a crystal body, you can now go further and further and sustain your awareness or sustain your lucidity and your consciousness, and you're getting more direct information from the sun. But now, let me tell you what is the sun. Remember, keep in mind the Sufi axiom. I was a hidden treasure. I wanted to be known, so I created an essence. I was a hidden treasure. I wanted to be known, so I created an essence. What is the sun? There is a famous saying from Isis that says, "No mortal has lifted my veil." And I'm going to show you who Isis is in this context. So, what is the sun? The sun is a thought form. Yes, the sun is a thought form. But now, what type of thought form? Well, as a man, you've seen women and you went, "God damn, she got a fat ass," or "God damn, she's beautiful." So, the sun, in short, is androgynous. But the androgyny of the sun is twofold, and this is where you have to pay attention. The sun is the result of Osiris seeing Isis. The sun is a thought form, but the sun is the result of Osiris seeing Isis in her real form. But because no mortal has lifted the veil of Isis, when we look at the sun, this is what we see. We are seeing the vision of Osiris, how he perceives Isis. But now, like in the Sufi sayings, the heat of the sun is like a veil. We can't see the sun because what is the sun? The sun is color. Okay? So, now the divine feminine has many aspects. So what we see as the big ball of fire, which has a hidden sun behind it, the Da'ath, quote unquote, is the sun. But the sun represents, or the colors, or the rainbow represents the different attributes of the divine feminine. So what am I telling you? There is no mystery school that is not based on the divine feminine. The motherfucking mystery school is a woman. This is not the tree of life. This is a secondhand rendition by some people who did not want to go through the trials and the tribulations to go through the process of being Osiris in the underworld. This tree of life is bullshit. Look, bullshit. It's not real. The real Kether is the mind of a woman. The real Baina is the left side of a woman, how she could protect you. The right side is how she could give you, or what she can give you. It's her generosity. Malkuth is what grounds her. Tiferet is her heart. Your woman is your mystery school. Damn it. Dambala is showing you. Your woman is your mystery school. Baron Samedi is showing you. Osiris is showing you. All these other mystery schools that have no feminine energy. No nigga wants to fucking know about the body of Adam Cadman. We want to know about the body of Isis. So, the divine feminine has many aspects. All those aspects are expressed through the color spectrum. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. But I wrote in my notes, but I got ahead of myself. But before I continue, let me tell you that the mystery school is a woman. The sun is between your legs, between your woman's legs. Now let me show you how the sun is in between your woman's legs. The initiation is between your woman's legs. So when you insert your phallus within the yoni, you are going into the darkness and you are looking for light. So this is the saying. I was a hidden treasure. I wanted to be recognized, so I created an essence. Look at the word vagina. What do you have in the word vagina? You have the word Agni. Agni, which is fire in Sanskrit. Don't we say, God damn, she got that fire? She got that fire. That's where it comes from. The sun is between your woman's legs. So when practicing sexual alchemy, we are actually sun gazing from within. You are practicing a form of very advanced sun gazing. But to the mortal mind, the sight of Isis without her veil is unsustainable. So as soon as he sees the lowest aspect of Isis, which is sex, but just for the pure aspect of sex, he cannot help it. He releases his energy. The sight of Isis or Sophia or Aida Wedo without her veil is unsustainable to the mortal mind, so he releases his energy. Merely having had a small glimpse of her beauty. To the God man, who is able to sustain the heat of the sun, he is able to contemplate the true beauty of Isis, to contemplate the beauty of a woman. But how does he do? Through the rainbow body. Through the rainbow body. Because the rainbow body is the crystal body. And the crystal body is able to sustain immense amounts of heat. That's why if you want to figure out why do you think that every angel, demon, spirit is associated with a certain crystal? Look at crystals. You know, you have those heat sensing goggles, and you're able to see different things depending on the heat. While a crystal is like wearing some goggles that are able to put you in the frequency or the dimension of a certain amount of heat. So every crystal is a dimension onto its own. Because ultimately, heat goes back to color. You see? So, how is the God man able to sustain the beauty, the majesty of Isis or of Sophia or of Aida Wedo? Just like the crystals are able to sustain high levels of heat, so is the adept who is crystallizing a rainbow body to be forever able to contemplate the beauty of Isis or the beauty of Sophia or the beauty of Aida Wedo. The rainbow body is the inner crystal body of the adepts, or a sexual body. Now there is a difference between the light body and the rainbow body, but I'm not going to go into this. So now what happens? Once the adept develops his rainbow body, he is then able to sun gaze or to contemplate the beauty of Alat, Isis, Aida Wedo, Sophia, and eventually every single color gets full. So now it's like he's downloaded the entirety of her beauty. And once he's downloaded the entirety of her beauty, what happens? Boom, boom. He becomes light. He is able to take his memories of the lower realms, of the dimensions with him, because he has what? A crystal body. Okay? So now I'm going to go to the next level, or the next phase of this presentation. I have to teach you guys something. Mythology is one story. So if I can't find a certain information within voodoo, I have to go to the Tibetan mythology. If I can't find it in the Tibetan mythology, I have to go to the Norse mythology. If I can't find it in the Norse mythology, I have to go to India. If I can't go to India, I gotta go. It's all one, explaining one story. So we're past tribalism. We're past sectionarism. The entire corpus of mythology is for the adepts, and only the adepts can truly contemplate and understand what the mythological stories are saying. Okay, so Sun Wukong, trapped under the mountain, or the Buddha's mountain, is Osiris in the underworld. It is the same story, but different parts of the story. Notice that no one could stop the Monkey King until he was trapped under the mountain and he submitted to the monk. That monk is the equivalent of Set. Set is the perfecting agent of Osiris, or the so-called higher self. So Set and Osiris are two different dimensions of you that you must merge in order to be able to perfect yourself to get your crystal body, or your rainbow body. Once Osiris, which is the limitless imagination, which is the same thing as Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. So once Osiris accepts the limitations of the mission that he has been tasked with, or the mission that he tasked himself with, he activates the melanin around him, which is what? Which is the gratitude body. You see, the green around Osiris is nothing but melanin. The melanin body is green. So what is the gratitude body? Again, for the adepts, right now, most people can only experience sexuality to that little part, that little, what you want to call it, that little space under sexual organs. But you must activate whole body sexuality. That's called the joy body. But to be able to get to the joy body, you got to go through the gratitude body, which is green, the green skin of Osiris. He has to accept his limitation. Now, the melanin body is green. In Sufi lore, there is a mystic mountain. Again, Sufism associated with the mysteries of the crescent and the moon. In Sufi lore, there is a green mountain named Kaf, the Kaf mountain. And what color is the mountain? The Kaf mountain is said to be emerald green. So Osiris's body, or his joy body, is the emerald green, is under the emerald green calf mountain, or Sun Wukong, the monkey king, which is really the monkey breath, is underneath the mountain. And he has to submit himself to Set, which is the monk in the Taoist story, or who is Set, well, he's Set in the Egyptian lore. So this mountain of emerald is the crystal under which Sun Wukong has been trapped. Trap means that in order to complete the mission and the task, he must first activate his gratitude body. The gratitude body is related to the lunar mysteries, which are the mysteries of Isis, the mysteries of Aida Wedo, the mysteries of Isis, Aida Wedo, and Sophia. Now, this is where it gets important. Osiris, he is the king of vegetation. What in nature does not move and is the ultimate symbol of gratitude and has mastered the 4 elements? A tree. Why do you think in every single mythology you find a tree? The Buddha under the banyan tree, the tree in the gardens, the tree. Because the tree accepts his position under the rock, just like Sun Wukong or just like Osiris. And the tree has mastered the air element. It transforms or purifies the carbon dioxide, I think. The tree has mastered the water. It gets it through its roots. The tree has mastered the earth element, the water, the air, the fire. It absorbs the sunlight in its trunk. The tree has mastered the fire, the earth. Yeah, the earth, obviously, because it stays still. So Osiris, a tree, Sun Wukong under the Emerald Mountain, or Osiris trapped in the underworld under the green, around with the green screen is the same. The green skin is the same thing. Now, the reason why the phallus of Osiris is missing and it was eaten by a fish is because Pisces represents the realm of the psychic, the realm of your bloodline. So you incarnate into a bloodline as a Christ figure in this bloodline, and you must go through all the tests of the DNA to activate or to actualize your potential. And the fish or the phallus represents creativity, but the creativity we're talking about, it's a form of creativity that is going haywire, or infinity. You must master infinity, which means you must master your cravings, your infinite amounts of cravings, and you must become like the tree still, and you must activate gratitude. And only when you activate gratitude can you go activate the other aspect. You can go and activate the other aspects of the rainbow body or the crystal body. You know, you see all the different colors, to be able to fully absorb the beauty of, I was a hidden treasure. I wanted to be known, so I created an essence. It is the divine feminine energy. And the women are going to ask me, okay, well, the men practice sexual alchemy, and what do the women practice? Essentially, from what I've gathered, from what I've researched, from what I've experienced, the goal of a woman is to emancipate herself totally from every single mental, physical, emotional limitation. But the problem is that there's so much quote unquote bullshit that women have been trying to emancipate themselves in a way that is really not emancipation. It's really just another form of slavery, but that's for women to figure out. But essentially, the woman must free themselves to become the highest potential, because she has to reflect their highest potential to him so she could see her beauty within him. And then when he sees her beauty, he wants to better himself so he could see higher aspects of her, and she wants to better herself so she could see herself through him, etc., 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 until they become one, until Isis and Osiris become one. But this unity is never a oneness in the sense that they get lost in each other. No, they are a perfect complement, not a unity. That's why Henri Corbin in his book Alone with the Alone says that God is the perfect bi, so two, unity. It is a unity of two within one. It is an androgyny where both polarities or both energies understand what they are, but they are so close to the other's reality. They've made themselves a perfect mirror to receive the beauty of the other. So in essence, it's like they were one. But you don't lose yourself in your woman, and your woman doesn't lose herself in you, because if you lose yourself as the masculine principle, you're fucked. And if she loses herself as the feminine principle, she's fucked. It's very important. You don't merge with anything. You remain yourself at all times. You remain individualized consciousness at all times. And that's what the path of Set is. The path of Set is, I'm not going to become one with the bloodlines and one with the ancestors and one with the gods. No, I'm going to absorb all the different aspects and characteristics of the divinity of those intelligences, but I remain individualized consciousness. That's the very important part. So even though Dambala and Aida are one, they will always remain two. So that's why when you hear anyone saying anything about the science of voodoo, where you have certain energies, nah, nigga. Baron Samedi has his wife, Dambala his wife, Papa Gede his wife, Papa Loco his wife, Papa Legba his wife, Baron Samedi, every single the principle of duality and unity within duality is demonstrated within the voodoo cosmogony. So basically, you must see that mythology, every single story that you think is different. Oh, this is Taoism. Oh, this is Islam. This is Sufism. This is voodoo. It's all one story to the one that knows how to read it. So I just showed you that the mountain under which Sun Wukong is trapped is the same green skin that Osiris is in the underworld, and that's the same mountain of Kaf in Sufism. So the other thing that I wanted to say is, what did I want to say? The last thing that I wanted to say. I was going to say something about Set. I was going to say something about... I think I said, yeah, what I wanted to say. So basically, remember, Set and Osiris is the cosmic imagination being forced to take limitation, and it is the cosmic imagination seeking perfection. Because if you know anything about the school of Baron Samedi and the school of the gay days, there's only one thing that's online on the menu, and that's perfection, reaching perfection. And you reach perfection and you reach light once you're able to absorb all the degrees of the beauty of Isis, of Maman Brigitte, of Aida Wedo, of Sophia, right? So that's what Sufism is about woman, about the divine energy that flows through woman that man sees and that reminds him of his divine origins. There is no motherfucking male god or nah. The essence of Sufism, the essence of Sufi poetry is woman. The energy, the divine energy that flows through them. And you have to be able to channel every single aspect of the beauty, of the majesty, of the energy that flows through your woman. That's how you will self-realize yourself. It's not only about fucking, because to be honest, Tantra is the easiest aspect of sexual alchemy. It's really about dealing with all your triggers, all your jealousy, all your insecurity, all your possessiveness. And it's really about using the other person as a mirror. Aida Wedo, Dambala Wedo. It's really about using the other person as a mirror. And if you see, I'm just going to give you guys a secret. There's something between them. What is that? That is the quote unquote ego. That's what prevents them from feeling each other. Why do you think you want to unite with your woman? Why do you think as a woman you want to unite with your man? Because there's something there that wants to become one. But what separates them? It's anger, jealousy, lust, pride, lack of dedication, all those things. So in essence, the laboratory is you. The experiment is you. It's your relationships. So this tree of life, this fake ass Kabbalistic tree of life with nothing to do with the real science. Nothing whatsoever. The science is that Osiris saw the vision of Isis in the higher realms. That becomes the sun. Because she wants to be seen. The divine feminine wants to be seen, but she needs a man who's able to handle her heat, who's able to handle all of her aspects. The light side, the dark side, the high side, the low side. She needs a man, a cosmic man. That's why in Sufism or in Islam, we call it the Insan Kamil, the perfected man or the perfect man. That's why Muhammad, obviously the mythological character Muhammad, if you think I'm saying there was a man named Muhammad or Ali, actually, the mythological characters, he was a perfected man because he had perfected himself. And even Bobby said this, the Baphomet, or Muhammad was named after Baphomet, the illuminated or the cosmic black man, or the enlightened black man. So that's what it's all about. It's about the woman.